Yo, what's up? It's NYC. I'm back again with another live stream, and I am going to be showing you an AOK from my good buddy and co-host of Direct Edition Squad, BakeTheSnake, Tommy. Thanks a lot, brother. Honestly, this AOK is mind-blowingly awesome that you sent me it, and you didn't have to do that. Definitely going to be hitting you back pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Also, I was in an auction with Bake and I on Bake's channel like 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. It was a Saturday night auction, and I got some steals of a deal from Bake. You know, if I'm honest, like for whatever reason, nobody was bidding on the books that he had up besides me. So I was able to get a hell of a deal from Bake. So I'm going to show you the auction wins first. Get that out of the way, and then we get right into the AOK and really keep the main focus on the AOK because that's what really matters here. So gonna say a quick hello to some folks in the chat who have showed up. Comic Geek McD is in the house. He was first in here. Boy, you had 7. What's up, Matt? Matt and I were just live over on his channel doing a quick internet test that turned into a real show with me, him, and DS Comics. Which of course it did, because that's how it goes with YouTube. Tommy is in the house. What up, bro? BakeTheSnake, the man of the hour. Thank you, sir, again for everything. I can't wait to show everybody else the amazingness that you brought on this AOK. So generous, brother. Thank you. Joey Bag of Sevens. What is up, man? Boat Rights here. What's up, Boat? Pope C in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. DS is hopping over from the last stream that I just referenced. And who else is in here? Am I missing some people? Comics for All People is in here. What is up, brother? Good to see you, man. And I don't know if I missed you. I apologize. Oh, Comic Vantage is in the house. What's up? And Russ is in the house. What's up, brother? Love that logo of yours, by the way, with the Superman R. That's so cool. All right, so I'm going to get right into it. A couple weekends ago, BakeTheSnake had an auction. I was a guest host. I was kind of helping move things along on the auction. I was also selling some books, some buy it nows and stuff. And I think there was a couple other people with us. It was like it was Hudat, and it was Brandon Stowinski. Might have been someone else also. Comic Head 84, I think, maybe, in Vasco. So it was a bunch of us. It was a good time on the auction. Unfortunately, I don't think the auction really went the way we all had hoped. So I'm not really going to dwell on that. But I was able to get some cool books from Bake. So he sent them along with the AOK and sent me everything all at once. So just real quickly, I will show the auction wins first. So this first lot of Venom books, I actually bought because I wanted to AOK it to Sam I Am Comics. So I bought this lot. I think it was a $25 lot. And it has Venom Inc. Alpha #1 with a Leno U cover on there. So that's going to go to Sam I Am Comics. And then this is also going to go to Sam I Am Comics. It's Venom Inc. Omega #1, and this is a pretty sick Gabriel Del Otto Venom cover. So I think I picked up this lot for like $25, which was a steal, and I'm gonna go put it in my Sam I Am Comics AOK pile that I'm building for him, and that is going to go to him. Sorry, brother, you're a little late on that one. I bought it literally to AOK it to Sam I Am. Yep, that was the Sam I Am books. Yep. But welcome to the chat, Rod. Good to see you, brother. Perry's in here. What is up, Perry? If I missed anybody, I apologize. It's going kind of quick. But yeah, dude, the U cover is pretty sweet too, right? So yeah, I like it. So great lot. So I don't know if Sam's watching, but Sam, these are headed your way soon, along with some other stuff. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, JB's in the house. That's who I missed. Sorry, brother. There you are. And the comic collector is here. What's up, comic collector? All right. So the next book I picked up from Bake, and I picked this up for $25. and I never had this, Moon Knight #1, Bill Sienkiewicz. This is probably a VF minus. Definitely needs a new bag and board, which I'm going to take care of right after this stream. But this is a VF minus condition, and I don't remember if there was like a bidding war for this book or not, but I felt like, I kind of stole this book, especially with everything going on with Moon Knight right now. Yo, what's going on? Who dat in the house? Thanks for stopping in, brother. So Moon Knight #1, $25. I'm a big Bill Sienkiewicz fan, so more so than a Moon Knight fan, if I'm honest. But wanted this in my PC, so that's a PC book. And then this next lot was a 2-book lot, which was like essentially symbiote cover lot. And the first one, it was this Black Cat #2 Virgin variant from Mark Brooks. So I think I picked up this whole lot for like $20 or $30. I don't remember, but that's a pretty badass Mark Brooks cover. I think this cover got like hot in the aftermarket, but I don't really know how hot it is anymore. But it's a pretty rad cover, and it's just a PC book. And then this is an even more rad cover, in my opinion. This is Symbiote Spider-Man #1 Virgin sketch variant from Jay Anacleto, or Anacleto. I'm not sure entirely how to pronounce it, but I love that cover. I mean, that cover is super badass. So this was another 2-book lot that I bought from Bake for the PC. Great deal on it. Great deal on all of these books. So, please do yourself a favor, and the next time BakeTheSnake has an auction, you go to that auction and check it out and bid on the books, because unfortunately the night didn't really go our way as much as we had both hoped. But anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that, like I said. And another cool thing that Bake included with my auction wins is he was going to be running a raffle for anybody that spent more than $20 with him during his auction. He was going to enter into a raffle to win this 9.8 slab. I ended up being the only person to spend more than $20 with Bake in the auction, and I was one of the other sellers. So by default, I won the raffle because I was the only one that qualified for the raffle. And, he pre-advertised it in advance that's how it was going to run down. So I kind of lucked out. So I got this essentially for free, guys. This amazing Brian Boland Poison Ivy 9.8. Badass, dude. So that's really awesome that he was going to run a raffle to begin with on his auction. And the fact that I won it for being the only person to spend over $20 is kind of crazy. So huge shout out to Bake. And this is just the auction stuff, but I love that cover. I love that slab. So besides the books that I am going to re-gift to Sam I Am, because that was the purpose of me buying those lots, the rest of those books are going to stay in my PC, definitely, regardless. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's sad, man. I don't know why why it played out that way. But anyway, looks like there's some awesome feedback here in the chat on these books. Yeah, they're great books. And I'm not gonna spend much time on it again. I'm not gonna put those in the recap. Those are auction books, okay? Just to be clear, those are auction books that I paid for, but he included that slab because that was part of the auction. Now I'm going to get into the AOK, which is really the reason for this video and the reason why we're all hanging out, because Bake took the time to put together a highly personalized AOK for me, probably one of the most personalized gifts that I've ever gotten. And honestly, looking at some of this stuff, like I joke all the time that I don't cry and that Matt, the boy who had 7, cries all the time. I think I was definitely tearing up as I started unboxing this. I kind of knew that I would in advance, so I didn't want to unbox it live because I don't, I'm not, I like keeping my composure when I can, if I can. But let's see if I can get through this. I mean, because this AOK is incredible, dude. I love you, dude. I haven't even showed this stuff yet, but like it's an awesome AOK. So let's start with the note. All right, here's the note. So, and this is in total Bake the Snake fashion right here. This is as bake as it gets. So the note says, Kavi, not the type to do a long, sappy letter. LOL. So thanks for being a good friend. Hope you enjoy the AOK. Tommy. Yeah, I know real men cry. Yeah, Matt's crying now. It's oh man. Yo, what's up, Steven Spock? What's up? All right, so that's, like I said, that's as bake as it gets with the note. Not the type to do a long sappy letter, LOL. So thanks for being a good friend. Hope you enjoy the AOK. Bake is like a real dude, no BS, like cuts to the chase type of guy. So that is what I expected out of his AOK letter, and that is exactly what I got. So he delivered on that. So Bake knows that I'm a pretty huge Star Wars fan, okay? And I think a lot of people know that about me in the community, including those guys, whoever you are out there. And, major props to them as well. So the first thing that I opened in this AOK is this giant, and I don't know how much of this I'm going to even be able to see on screen, gigantic Star Wars Episode 1. Every generation has every saga has a beginning. And I cannot get the whole thing in view. It's just too big. So enjoy the little bit of it that I was able to display, because it's massive. I cannot actually hold up the whole poster and like have it show up on screen. It's crazy. I might have to put it on that like back wall back there, because that's the only empty wall space that I have that's this large available, because I've got all sorts of stuff all over my walls already. So I might get this framed and hang it up in that that back wall area over there, or maybe I'll just put it straight up like this without it framing it. But since it's a gift from Bake, I might frame it, honestly. But it's a massive poster. So what else is going on? I mean, there's so much going on in the chat. I have a hard time following, guys. Yeah, it is freaking awesome, right? And Bake's like, I don't care what people say, Phantom Menace is dope. Yeah, dude, I loved it, man. It's the official movie poster. Boy Who Had Seven said he was a huge movie for him as a kid. Yo, what's up, Raul? Don CBN. I'm not sure what he means. Title Don. I'm not sure what he means. But maybe you can clarify. But super awesome Episode 1 Phantom Menace poster. It was the first item in the AOK after it was in a poster tube. And the reason why I didn't open this sooner is because for whatever reason that poster tube took 2 extra days to arrive, whereas the other stuff had arrived a couple days ago. So I don't really understand the postal service about how that works, but it is what it is. A couple other Star Wars goodness items in here. I'm going to take this out of this little plastic container. He sent me Han Solo dice. Hell yeah, guys. Han Solo dice. So cool, man. Han Solo dice. I love it, man. Like, I don't think I've ever had any sort of like swag of this variety Star Wise. I definitely have some Star Wars swag, but this is a very, very cool one in my opinion. Very personal. Han Solo dice, and then I'm not sure whose metal this is, but let me get this out of the plastic. It's annoying. He gave me one of the medals from like the medal ceremony, and on the back it has like the 40th anniversary of Star Wars. So I'm assuming it was made around that Star Wars celebration in 2017. But dude, this is totally being worn on the next my next slab down match. I'm gonna be my intro and everything. This is gonna be worn. But dude, how awesome is that, dude? The Star Wars medal ceremony bling right here. It's so cool, man. So cool. One of the coolest things I've ever seen. He meant. Oh, well, Biggie Shaq already calls me Don Dada, and that's become my nickname, like Don Dada, Frank White, all that. So I am getting a lot of AOKs all of a sudden, which is kind of strange, but I am very grateful, and I do send a lot of AOKs out. I have 4 AOKs that I'm sending out in the next week or so, including JP Budget Collectings, who is listening on the drive home. It's a lanyard holder. You can wear it to cons. Yeah, that's true. Definitely a lanyard holder as well. I got so many lanyard holders and con lanyards and badges and stuff like that. Yeah, dude, it's really dope, right? I'm not sure what Comics for All People is talking about with 7-Eleven all day. Maybe he just likes going to 7-Eleven. Or maybe he's talking about some 7-Eleven Star Wars merchandise. Pope C says, hand those dice for the rear view mirror. Hand those dice for the rear view mirror on the Millennium Falcon. I'm not sure if he's saying hand it over to him or, yep. Yeah. So Bake just confirmed they're from Star Wars Celebration Orlando. But yeah, it's really dope. I mean, right off the bat with all this cool Star Wars stuff, I was super into the AOK. I appreciate that, Comics for All People. So there's one more Star Wars item in this, and then I'll get to the other stuff. This is a Star Wars art of coloring book. It says 30 images to inspire creativity. I haven't actually opened it and dug into it yet, but coloring book seems like a pretty fun activity, especially Star Wars related. Oh, I Pope C meant hang those dice for the rearview mirror. I would, Pope C, but I don't actually own or drive a car because I live in Brooklyn and I work in Manhattan. So a car really isn't very feasible here. So I'll find another place to hang it, but the rear view mirror, it will not be because I don't have a rear view mirror. But this is pretty cool. Star Wars Art of Coloring book. Very cool. I'm looking forward to dig into that. Bake says that that's from Celebration also. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So before I get into the more booky stuff that he threw in, there's some like kind of like art books, I would say, or a collected art and hardcover. Well, one is a soft cover, one is a hardcover, but this is the soft cover. It's called The Art of Will Eisner, which is pretty cool. And this has like black. This has black and white, like straight Will Eisner art and panels, and I think some like biographical information and stuff like that. Bake says there's another Star Wars thing hidden in there also. Oh, really? Did I? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, that is true. We'll get to that later. We'll get that to the end. Dude, hang it in your Millennium Falcon. Pope C, I get it. West Coast powered by the vehicle. Yeah, I lived in LA for 10 years, brother. So I know what that is about. The car, the commute, the traffic. It's crazy. But Art of Will Eisner, pretty cool book right there. So that I'm gonna definitely, that goes into the library over here. And I'm excited to flip through that some more. And then we got this hardcover Will Eisner Color Treasury. Take a look at the back there. Take a look at the inside a little bit. So this is full colored Will Eisner work. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Dude, this is really cool, man. So hell yeah, dude. So 2 really cool Will Eisner books right there. Mastodon is in the house. What's up, man? All right, so these are the comic books that Bake threw into the AOK. First up, we got this Frank Miller Detective Comics 1000 variant. So when Tech 1000 came out, I only bought the A cover. Didn't get any of the variants. The Frank Miller one was definitely one I was interested in at the time, but I just decided kind of to take a stand and not buy into all the variants from Tech 1000. I figured I would later get them down the line and like for $1 or $2 versus $9.99. So now I'm getting this one for free from Bake. So thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Very cool, Frank Miller. Of course, I'm a big Frank Miller fan. And he knows that. He knows what I'm a fan of. That's definitely for sure, because this is a very personalized AOK. And then he also threw in this Venom #1 KRS convention version variant, David Nakayama. I think this cover has kind of been making the rounds to some degree, also with Mary Jane pointing the finger at Venom while she's on her phone. Another pretty awesome version variant in this video of Venom based. So badass right there. Thanks for that, brother. And then this book kind of got me teary-eyed a little bit because it really shows that Bake's kind of paying attention to like books I'm posting on Instagram and like stories I'm telling on some YouTube shows and whatnot. So this is a 2-issue series. It's an oversized magazine format series. The first issue was black and white. The second issue was color. Both of the covers are done by John Romita, and it predates the Spider-Man solo title that of the same name that, you know, they ended up launching an ongoing series. It ended up becoming the third Spider-Man series called The Spectacular Spider-Man. But prior to that, Marvel put together 2 magazine format size issues using the Spectacular Spider-Man name or moniker. And I have a high grade copy of issue #2, and I've been looking, you know, for a high grade copy of #1. I wouldn't necessarily call this high grade, but it's awesome regardless, and it's going to be kept in the PC regardless. Here's the issue 1 of the Spectacular Spider-Man magazine. Yeah, brother. Love that. I mean, it's kind of hard to see with the Mylar glare. I appreciate him putting it in a Mylar, especially with it being a fragile magazine, oversized book. But Spectacular Spider-Man magazine issue #1. This is the black and white interiors. John Romita Sr. art. So, dude, that's badass. Like, I'm getting a little choked up because, you know, I love this book. Thanks, brother. I love this book. All right, and then the next thing was I don't actually have a single Treasury edition comic book in my collection. I'm a little hesitant to go wild hunting Treasury edition books because I don't have bags and boards that can fit them, nor anywhere to store them. So this is going to be breaking the ice or breaking the cherry on getting a Treasury edition in my collection, my first one. And he, of course, knows that I have an affinity for not only for Spider-Man, but for Batman. So so he sent me this limited edition Batman. I don't know if this has like a number or anything, but it is a Treasury edition. So check this out. That is the big, now officially the biggest comic book in my collection size-wise, because it's my first Treasury. And it's got some pinups in here. Look at that. Pinups in here. It's got stories in here, 3 stories. So really cool. The page quality is pretty decent. I would say it's probably off-white. But I've never actually held a Treasury edition, you know, in my hand and read one, and never had one in my collection. So another killer gift from Tommy, BakeTheSnake. I mean, between these 2 things, you know, this book, which essentially completes the set for me, and then this book, you know, which is a first, something I never had, that just means a lot, man. It's really, really cool. And then out of nowhere, on the inside of this, and he was alluding to Star Wars will come back around in this AOK, was this. And this, I didn't expect anything like this at all. It came with a certificate of authenticity, and I'll read what it says first. It says, "This certificate is to authenticate this original hand-drawn production animation drawing from the animated series Ewoks. This artwork is a one-of-a-kind, authentic, original piece of art that was used in the production of this cartoon. There are no 2 alike in the world, and it's signed by John Lahman, the at the Animation Inc. archive, and it's got like a Lucasfilm like stamp on it and everything like that. And then, you know, here's the actual drawing. That is so cool. So, you know, Bake knows that I'm super into original artwork, original pencils, especially original pencil and inks pieces. Also had, you know, this is also connected to my love of Star Wars and Ewoks too, to as goes along with part of that. I know there are some Ewok haters out there, but I like the Ewoks. So this is an actual original piece of art used in the Ewoks cartoon. This is definitely going to be framed up. I gotta at some point. I gotta find whatever of the right size for this to store it properly. But dude, that blows my mind, dude. That you put that in this AOK, like I don't know. I'm having a hard time talking as a result because it's so cool, man. So I'm gonna have to upgrade your AOK for sure. I had something pretty major in there already, but I'm going to be keeping my eye out at New York Comic Con for a little extra for my friend Tommy for sure, and I'm going to get that AOK back out to him to hit him back as soon as I can after New York Comic Con. But yeah, man, I'm as close as I've ever been so far on YouTube to crying. I'm still going to hold it back because the boy who had 7 is in here in the chat, and he's already beaten me to it. So we're good. But so Bake is saying, yeah, super cool book. I thought you'd like it. I think he's talking about the Spectacular Spider-Man book. I'm a little behind on the chat. And then he says, after seeing your post on Instagram from the Batman bar, I thought you could frame it like a poster or something. Yeah, that's a great idea, dude. Look how big this is. That is huge. Definitely, yeah, definitely. Because in a bag and board, it's not really gonna. There's really no, unless you guys know of treasury size bag and boards, but definitely more appropriate probably for a frame than a bag and board. So, Pope C, so many great unique books and mags, dude. Right, dude, it's crazy, dude. Damn Bake, very nice NYCC. Yeah, dude. Bake killed it with this, dude. He said it was already folded when I got it, so realize I know how to ship art on a regular basis. Oh yeah, no worries, brother. I don't care, man. Like this is just cool. It's super cool, man. And I was used in the cartoon Ewoks. That makes it even that makes it funny and thoughtful and amazing at the same time. Comics for all people, Ewoks were dope. Bake says Bam Box used to be dope, and they send all sorts of cool stuff in it like that. Okay, Bam Box. I'm not familiar with Bam Box. I should go check that out now. Anyway, the Nub Nub song. Yes, the Nub Nub. Yep. Yub Nub. Yub Nub. Yub Nub. All right, guys. I'm not even gonna bother doing a recap, guys, because we're up until 30 minutes here. The one thing I will say is, BakeTheSnake is a stand-up dude. Deserves all of our support. The link to his channel is in the description below. If you're not subbed up to him, sub up to him, please. Go sub up to him. Go check out his next auction. Go check out the books he has for sale on his Instagram, which is at BakeTheSnake with an A instead of an E on the. So BakeTheSnake. Bake the with an A snake. Go check him out on Instagram. He's got a lot of books up for sale. He's probably one of my best friends, honestly, in the community. We talk on a daily basis, mostly through Instagram, cracking each other up, honestly, a lot. And probably and talking about food a lot. That's one of our favorite. If you've ever seen an episode of the Direct Edition Squad over on the Direct Edition Squad channel, you know that we love talking food, but we also love talking Star Wars. We love talking comics. We love talking all sorts of movies. So Bake's honestly one of the best dudes that I know. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to hanging out with him in person at some point, like whether I go down to Florida for one of the cons around there, or he comes up to New York next year for Comic-Con. I already offered that to him. That I'm totally down to have him come up here and crash and hang for NYCC next year. He's one of my best friends in the community by far. So this means a lot to me. So thanks, brother. I appreciate you being a good friend also. Yeah, man, I have fun chatting it up. Thanks. Cool. Yeah. So please, yeah, congratulate Bake, honestly. Not me. Yeah, dude, he did kill it. He killed it completely. Watch the rewind, JP, to see some of the stuff, because I know you were watching. I know you were kind of listening the whole time. Comics for all people. One question: have you ate tonight? No, I have not eaten tonight, but it is going to be the next thing that I do. Yesterday, I ate successfully around 7:30 p.m. Eastern, so I will have you all know that I am trying to stick to a more regular schedule in that department. But, if the boy who had 7 keeps inviting me to impromptu live streams, then I don't know if that's going to be realistic. So luckily, I was able to hop myself off of his impromptu live stream, 30, 40 minutes ago in time to do my own live stream and showcase all the cool stuff that I just got from BakeTheSnake, both from his awesome auction and this incredible AOK that he put together that I now have to paranoidly take off my desk and put in a nice way, and hopefully frame up some of these things and get them on the walls. And dude, this giant episode 1 poster, like that wall back there, is going to be perfect for it. Hey, what's up, R Wheatley 206? I'm just wrapping up, dude, but please check out the replay, because BakeTheSnake really came correct and killed it with this AOK. And I'm a little emotional about it. So thanks, brother. I mean, honestly, I do really, really like everything in here quite a bit. Honestly, it's really awesome. McD says he is awesome. Thank you, brother. I don't know if I'm awesome. I'm a little awesome. Sometimes I can be awesome. JB says, if you're eating next, we can make the greatest show ever happen right now. He keeps threatening that I should be eating live on screen. That's not happening, brother. Sorry. He even was like, let's, your camera can go dark, and him and Bear Island would give like play-by-play commentary as to like my eating technique. And then I was joking about like escalating my eating up to graded dining level eating. That Instagram thread, honestly, from yesterday, kind of kicked me in gear to eat at a normal time. So that's what happened. Hey, Mr. Garrell, what's up? He said he's watching still at work, so I have to pretend he's not watching. Well, keep pretending for the next 1 minute or so, because that's about how much longer this is going to take. And just FYI, I finished packaging up your AOK, Garrell. It's going out tomorrow. So your AOK is on the way. I'll send you the tracking number as soon as it is out the door. But I actually finished packaging it up a short while ago. So hopefully you enjoy what is in that box on the way to you, sir. And then JP, your AOK will be packaged up tomorrow and will be on the way tomorrow. Sam I Am's AOK, which I'm working on. I was waiting on these 2 books to arrive, which I bought from Bake, so I can hopefully finish his AOK pretty soon and get his out the door. And then I am going to be completing BakeTheSnake's AOK soon. I am going to wait till after New York Comic Con, because I'm eyeing myself a couple things that I want for him that I need to get at New York Comic Con, most likely. So to add to his box or whatever. So Raul says, I hear hot Asian women can make bank off that eating content. That's pretty, probably pretty true. What else is going on here? Well, Bake is a straight to the point kind of dude. So the short note is totally appropriate for him. Roger says will do. He's been having a problem getting his spotlight video up. All right, well, everybody should check out R Wheatley 0206 Rogers artist spotlight series. It's a really good series of content. So if you're not subbed up to him, also go check him out. No worries, brother. I wanted to do it, so enjoy that. I'm just going to leave it with this. This is the final word from Roger. BakeTheSnake is awesome. Congrats on the AOK. All right, guys. Once again, if you're not subbed up to BakeTheSnake, go check him out. If you missed any portion of this and got in here late, I would suggest catching it on the rewind because it was pretty awesome. And thanks again, Tommy. I'll hit you back soon, brother. I'll catch you guys on the next show. I'll probably be back on tomorrow with something that isn't an AOK, but it'll be cool nonetheless. So catch you guys next time. I'm going to go eat now.